Hi friends, welcome to codewithsugi YouTube channel. So in the previous video we have discussed about what is class. Okay. So today in this video, before we get into variables, I want to discuss about the access modifier. Because before we get into the variables, how it will behave, all those things, right? So if we know about access modifiers, then that will be easy for us to learn the other things. Okay, fine. So if you are new to our channel and if you are not aware of what we have discussed till date, so you don't need to worry. We always used to add all the links in the description. Please go ahead and have a look on the previous videos so that you will get a continuous learning. So in this video, we're going to discuss about access modifiers in Java. So access modifiers means from that name itself we can understand, right? So going to decide the accessibility of that variable or a method. Okay, in terms of Java we have four different types of access modifiers. Okay, so what are all that four different types we will see. Okay, the first one will be default. Okay, then the second one will be private, then the third one will be public, and the fourth one will be protected. Okay, I think it's all self-explanatory, and if you see, default means if you haven't applied any access modifiers to a method or a member, then by default it will consider the access modifier as default. Okay, fine. If you are specifying a variable or a method as a private, then it will be accessed within that class only. Okay, so as name suggests, public means anywhere. So wherever you have, that's not at all a problem, you can access it anywhere. Okay, protected, so we have a slight difference between default and protected. Okay, because the protected will talk about subclass access. These are all the things about the access modifiers. Okay, so we will see it in a clear way, right? So how the access of private will work, how the access of the public, how that protected, how the default will work, we will see it in a detailed way. Okay, we have four access modifiers, right? Okay, default, and then private, and then public, and then protected. Okay, so first we will see about class level. Okay, if you define it with the default, then you will have access in the class level. The private, obviously we will have access in the class level, and protected also. So class level we can access all the modifiers. Okay, fine. Here the protected, right, I told, right, subclass. Okay, so there are four different things we need to consider. Okay, so the first one will be same package with subclass. Okay, the next one will be opposite of this, same package but no subclass. Okay, then the next one will be different package with subclass. Then the last one will be opposite of this, different package no subclass. Okay, so we need to discuss all the four things. Okay, simple, we can understand, like within the same package how this access modifier is going to work, then in the different package how this is going to work. Okay, in the same package if you define a variable as a default, then you will get access in a subclass also. Okay, private obviously we will not get access, public we will get access, protected we can access. In the no subclass, default you can access, private we cannot, public we can, and protected we can. In the different package, okay, with subclass, default we cannot access it, okay, and private obviously we cannot access it, public you can get access, protected also you can get access. Okay, different package without a subclass, okay, then default obviously we will not get access, private we will not get access, public we will get access, then protected we will not get access. So based on this access only, whenever we are creating a variable or a method, we have to specify the access modifiers. Okay, fine. So if you see default with protected, you can see, right, this is the only point where we are getting difference. Okay, other than that default and protected will work same. Now we will get into the Eclipse and we will try to create two packages and then we will see all the access. Okay, so already we have a class called learning session in the package com.youtube.learning. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more package. Okay, so I can say like com.youtube.learning new. Okay, fine. And here I'm going to create a one class called learning session new. Okay, so now we have two different packages and two different classes. Okay, first we will see about, I will create one more class in the first package. Okay, I can say learning session 1. Okay, so fine. First we will see about private. Okay, so we all know how to create a variable with access modifiers. If not, no worry, I will explain you. Okay, first we need to specify the access modifier. Okay, and then we have to what type of data it is. Okay, say for example if it is a number based, then we have to go with integer. So all those data types things we will discuss in the upcoming videos, but as of now try to understand, like if you want to declare any variable in Java, then this is how you have to specify it. Okay, so private integer is the data type of that variable, then variable name. Okay, say for example I can say private age. Okay, we can set a default value to that variable also. Okay, fine. So for better understanding, I'm giving private age. Okay, so whatever name you want you can give it, that's not a problem. Okay, fine. Here without main method you cannot run the Java program. Okay, so I will show you whether we are able to run this learning session program without a main method or not. Okay, just right click the program and go to run as. See, here we are not at all getting any option to run this program. Okay, so it's clearly proven that, or it's clearly indicating that without a main method you cannot run a Java program. Okay, let's we see. Now I'm going to create one main method. Okay, so to create a main method in Eclipse we can use a shortcut like just type main and then do control space, then you will get a main method. Okay, fine. So with that, now if I right click and if I go to run as, now you can see a Java application. Okay, so without a main method we cannot run a Java program. We will discuss about this public, static, void, main, all those things, this main method in a separate video. Okay, at the time I will explain you why we are using static, what is the use of main, all those things. But as of now, just keep in mind, like, without a main method you cannot execute a Java program. So now our main goal is we need to check the access modifiers. Okay, fine. So we have defined a variable called private age with the access modifier private. Okay, if it is private, then we will get only access in the class. Okay, other than that you cannot access it. Okay, now we will see. First I am trying to say, like, first, to access that class variable, I have created it as a class level variable. We will see all those things later, but okay, to access this variable we need to create an object for this class. Okay, learning session, I can say like object equal to new learning session. Okay, fine. Now if I say object dot, see, now we are getting private age. Okay, so now we understood that the private age is accessible in that class. Okay, fine. The same way, now I'm going to this learning session one. Okay, I'm going to this learning session one. Here also I'm going to create a main method so that we can run that program. Okay, now I'm going to create object for the learning session. Okay, to see whether we can able to access the private age or not. See, outside of class we are not able to access the private access specifier variables. Now it's very much clear that we cannot access the private variables outside of the class. Okay, fine. So I think now we are good with private access modifier. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is default. Okay, so if in case if you are not specifying any specifier in front of the variable, then by default it will be considered as a default. Okay, so now integer, I am going to say default age. Okay, so I will say like 20. Fine. So we have successfully created. Now I am going to call object dot. See, now this object dot is having both private and default variables, because the private will be accessed in that class, so it's satisfying that condition, and default obviously we can access in that class and as well as in subclasses too, but we will see that subclasses later. Now it's clearly understandable that both default age and private age is available in that class. Now I am going to the learning session one. Okay, first we will see about subclass. Now I will comment this line as of now, I will show you later. So if we are going with the subclass, then we need to extend the learning session class here. Okay, then only the learning session one will be subclass to learning session. Okay, so we successfully completed. So this is called inheritance, so we will see in a separate video. Now you don't need to worry about that. Okay, now what I can do, I will create a learning session 1 obj equal to new learning session 1. Okay, now if we say object obj dot, then the default age is available here also. So it's clearly proven that in the same package, in the subclass, okay, if you specify it as a default specifier, then we can get the access. We check this and now we check this also. Okay, fine. Now I am going here. Okay, now I am going to remove this extends. Okay, to avoid the subclass concept. Okay, now it's not a subclass to learning session. Just I am going to create object for the learning session class. Okay, now if you say obj dot, still you are able to see the default age, correct? So this is the no subclass option. So in the no subclass also we are able to get the default variables in the same package. Okay, since this learning session 1 and learning session both are in the same package. Okay, so this is also proven that so we can access default variables in subclass and no subclass with the same package. Okay, fine. Now we have to check the different package. Okay, so this learning new one is a different package and we have a learning session new. Here I am going to create a main method. Okay, I am going to create object for learning session. Okay, go to new learning session. Now if I say obj dot, then see, now we are not getting the default age variable here. Okay, so it's proven that we will not get the default variables into the different packages. Okay, even though if it is a subclass or no subclass, so in both we will not get access. Okay, so private we saw already, so you will get access only in that class. Okay, other than that class you will not get access. Fine. Now we have to check public and protected. Public I think we don't need to check because everywhere you can access it. Okay, so we have to check only one thing, the protected. Okay, here I am going to create a new variable called protected int protected age equal to 30. Now let's see whether we are getting it in the same class. See, the protected age is coming. Okay, that's fine. So this is fine. Then we have to check in the same package. Okay, without subclass. Okay, so I have a object for this learning session here. Now I will say obj dot, see, we are getting protected age also. Fine. So if we go into the subclass, okay, now I will say obj dot, sorry, now we have to comment this and we have to uncomment this. Okay, if I say obj dot, still I am getting protected age. Okay, so it's proven that we can get the access of protected in the same package with subclass and no subclass. Now I am going to the different package. Okay, I'm currently into the learning session new. Okay, I have created an object. There is no inheritance concept. The learning session new is not a subclass of learning session. Okay, so now I have created an object for learning session. So this is the test for protected in a different package without subclass. If it is protected, then it should not show in the no subclass. Okay, see here we are not at all getting the protected age variable here. Okay, it's proven that without subclass, that is no subclass, we are not getting access. So this is also proven. Okay, fine. The only thing we have to check with the subclass. Okay, extends learning session. Okay, now we have to create object for learning session new. Okay, now if I say obj dot, see, now we are getting protected. So the protected you can get access when we have a subclass in a different packages also. Okay, fine. So this one we have to little bit memorize, or while we doing practice, right, we will get it. So in a nutshell I will say, like, if it is a private, then you will have access only in the class. Okay, this is the one which you have to remember it always. Other than that class you will not get access to the private members. Okay, if it is default, you will get access to the class and as well as same package irrespective of subclass or no subclass. Okay, If it is a public, then you will get access anywhere. Okay, you don't need to worry anything about it. Okay, but if it is a protected, the only small difference is, if it is a default, you will get access only in the same package. If it is protected, you will get access in the same package as well as in the different package subclass implementation only. Okay, so that's all with respect to the access modifiers in Java. Here we have discussed about these extents and other stuff, right? If you are very new to Java, then maybe these terms are very new to you and you are not able to follow, then don't need to worry. Okay, going forward we're going to make videos for inheritance and other things. At the time we will elaborately see, and we will see what is extents, keyword and other things. Okay, so that's all in this video. I hope it's more clear to you now what is the use of the access modifiers. Okay, and how to specify it in the variables. Okay, in that same way the access modifier will work for methods also. Thanks for watching our videos. Please subscribe our channel for more videos like this. Keep supporting us. Thank you.